Hello everyone. Today we will be doing a dictation from Progressive Magazine, May 2026. I will be dictating exercise number 23. We will start the dictation in 10 seconds. Five seconds to go. Start. The uniqueness of Indian growth experience is that it takes place entirely within the framework of a democratic polity. This has demonstrative implications for the world at large. The success of India will be a living proof that growth needs not come at the cost of human freedoms. At the same time, its intrinsic stability and consensual basis will make themselves fully felt in long term partnerships. Many of you probably know the diversity and the complexity of a country of 1 billion people that India is. All the great religions of the world are represented in our country. We have 150 million citizens who practice the faith of Islam, and I say it with some pride about their patriotism that not one of them has joined the ranks of these gangs like Al Qaeda or other terrorist activities. Our track record on cooperation with the United States, even within the last year that our government has been in office, clearly conveys a determination to raise both its quality, content, and scope. We have completed the next steps in strategic partnerships. We have established energy and economic dialogues at the very high cabinet levels, put in place an intellectual property rights regime and investment policies that encourage business. We have addressed the long standing disputes about American direct investments in the famous Dabhol project. We have recently concluded with the United States an open skies agreement. We have expanded our defense cooperation with a new framework and worked very closely with the US on tsunami relief operations last year. These achievements give us the confidence to now tackle the more ambitious agenda that we have before us. India has consistently sought to ensure that global institutions and agreements are perceived to be fair and equitable at a time when global challenges like terrorism, weapons of mass destruction, proliferation, environment, or health have become more complex. It is vital that global mechanisms have the necessary capability and credibility to respond in matters relating to terrorism. We recognize that it is a global phenomenon. We ourselves have suffered grievously at the hands of these terrorist gangs for more than 15 years. We therefore understand the pains and sufferings of the American people or the citizens of London when terror afflicts them. We recognize all civilized societies have an obligation to work together to deal with this phenomenon. I feel greatly honored and privileged to be present here today as we make the opening of a new page in the history of this blessed country of Afghanistan. It is an honor that gives me particular satisfaction as a friend of Afghanistan and a representative of the Indian people who constitute the world's largest democracy and the oldest in this region. Today, as Baba E. Millat lays the foundation stone of the Parliament of the Islamic Republic of Afghanistan, the roots of a plant are being laid that will, through your nurturing and care, grow into a sturdy Panja Chinar of democracy. Representation is the very essence of democracy. This edifice, when it is built, will be the very heart of democracy in Afghanistan. We believe that democratic institutions need to be encouraged, nursed, and promoted. We also believe that they should develop and evolve in accordance with the culture, values, and native genius of each country. We are partnering other democracies through the Global Democracy Initiative and have contributed 10 million to the UN Democracy Fund to be used to promote institutions based on the eternal values of liberty, equality, and fraternity. Afghanistan may be a young democracy, but it has always been a plural society with a unique mosaic of different ethnic and linguistic groups. The Afghan people have a tradition of democratic discourse through institutions like the Loya Jirgas. The practice of consensual decision making in Afghanistan is centuries old. We have seen the affirmation of this democratic culture through the successful conclusion of both the emergency Loya Jirga and the constitutional Loya Jirga. We admire and respect the manner in which this exercise was carried out under the gaze of international media and observers, and we salute our Afghan brethren on this remarkable achievement. By a happy coincidence, 29th January, the Indian Republic Day also marks the day when the Afghanistan Constitution came into effect in the year 2004. Democracy grows in open societies, but open societies, whether old or young, are equally threatened today by the rise of global terrorism. In fact, the open culture of our societies makes us all the more vulnerable. Globalization has made the world interconnected and interdependent. To deal effectively with global terrorism, democracies need to work together. Afghanistan has a unique position in this alliance of democracies that are fighting this menace. We are ready to work with the government and people of Afghanistan to ensure that Afghanistan will never again be hostage to or become a haven for terrorists. The real test of a functioning democracy does not lie within the pages of the Constitution. That will lie in the august house. Stop. Also, if you like the dictation and want more dictations like this, please subscribe the channel and leave a comment in the comment section. Thank you.